All right, welcome everybody to this quarterfinal matchup of the We Up Summer League Boys Middle School Division. Here we have the Claremont Eagles versus Stampede. There's Easton Sennett diving for the ball. And here's Max Groner, just off the front of the rim. Reeled in by number 13, Owen O'Lark. Oh, Owen Oleski, sorry. Good shot there by Chilson. And here's Oleski on the move. Fakes the pass, tries to get it up. Ended up out of bounds. And here's Tatum Lunderville, gives to Oleski. Back to Lunderville, on the move. This shot's up and good. And Tatum Lunderville on the board. Here's Sennett to Groner, files around it. Oleski, and Lunderville's got it with room. And that one's good. Oh wait, no, that's number 8. That was Zay. Zay Castaneda. Good work there by the 8th grader on the steal. And gets it all the way in. There he is again. That's 31. Tatum Lunderville. Kicks out to 21, Benjamin Whitney. That shot very close. And here comes 22, Ethan Blodgett. Coach Shea Desatel can be heard on the sidelines, encouraging her team, urging them on. As we're in the playoffs now, it's win or go home in the quarterfinals. And it looks like Elijah Chilson had a little contact there with Max Groner. But it's going to be Gilson that gets the foul. Gets to shoot the foul shots. Gilson gets his second one. And here's Sennett. Able to get that ball to Oleski around the defense. Good defense there by the Eagles. That's Tatum Lunderville. And who's this one? I believe that was number 21. That was Benjamin Whitney on the double team there a moment ago. So Gilson drew the foul on that take, and he'll head back to the line. And Gilson's shot lands. So the Eagles now up by 4. Good save there. I believe that's Jackson Cummings. Max Groner on the sideline, trying to get around the double team. Good pressure there by Sennett, trying to knock it out. But Lunderville able to get up the nice give and go to get Lunderville through traffic. Almost had that finish. We're in for a good game here, I think. And let's see, it looks like we have 2 number 8s. I'm not sure what this one's name is. When he turns around, maybe we'll be able to figure it out. Here's Cummings on the move. Swatted at. Howe. Oh, that's Drew Howe. I had him as number 9. Maybe I'm misreading his jersey. All right, here's Groner now. Working against the double team. Finds Sinet. Tough defense there. And here's Castaneda with the assist underneath to Jilson. And the Eagles now up by 6, force a timeout. As coaches Rapinati and Groner trying to settle their team down. All right, thanks everybody for watching boys middle school basketball. We Up Summer League. This is the quarterfinals. Winner go home. I'm Will Simoneau with TecGym Sports. We'll see you back in just a minute. A little bit of a conversation there. Coach Rapinati and the official. Nice pass underneath to find Cummings. Cummings working his way to the hoop. But there's a whole bunch of contact there. Everybody grabbing for the ball. And they're going to call it a jump. That pass inside, knocked out of bounds by 22, Ethan Blodgett. Blodgett, the 8th grader from Green Mountain, as I believe every player on Stampede is Green Mountain. That pass underneath the Sinet. And here's Cummings on the move, finds Groner in the corner. And here comes Tatum. Gives out to Elijah. Elijah on the take. Gives back. There's Lunderville for 3. A little bit long. Jilson there with a finish. And once again, draws the foul and is headed to the line. And this is a familiar sight. Elijah Jilson shooting free throws. Such an aggressive player. Knows how to get to the rim. And regularly draws his foul on the way. Very often the shot lands as well. And Jilson seems to be on a little bit of a 1-and-1 trajectory. His first foul shot hasn't landed here for 3 in a row, but his second one has each time. Let's see if he gets this one. Oh. Well, he does get his own rebound, and that's a jump. I believe this one will go. They give this to Claremont. All right. Good ball movement there, swinging around, trying to find some open space on the perimeter. Here's Howe for the 3. You bet. And that's Drew Howe. For a triple. And here comes Gilson on the move. Here's Howe again. Swings around to Lunderville. Finds Gilson underneath. This one knocked into the hands of Easton Sinet. And Easton kicks out. That 3-point attempt just off. Rebounded by Gilson. The get ahead there to number 1, Colin Parkinson. Just a little too long for him, though. It ended up out of bounds. And here's Cummings. Had the post moves going, but kicks it out to Oleski, and he's good. Lunderville, nice pump fake there. And there's Howe with the handles, showing off what he can do. Lunderville sizing up Oleski. And here comes Gilson, forcing his way to the hoop, as he often does. And this one lands. Good work there by Elijah Gilson, the 8th grader out of Claremont. And there's a steal by Lunderville. Puts up the left-handed layup. And Tatum Lunderville gets another one. Cummings all the way over. There's Sinet for 3, just off. And here's Gilson. Little contact from Groner there. Might have been just enough to send him off course. Good defense there, not drawing the foul. Or not giving up the foul, rather. And here's Cummings on the move. Knocked away and stolen by Howe. Gives to Lunderville. And there's a rebound by 21, Benjamin Whitney, and he'll head to the line. I think they call him Benji, right? Yeah. Benji Whitney. So Claremont now with a commanding 11-point lead. Just under halfway through the first half. That ball lost out of bounds. It's going to come up white. Oh no, black ball. Okay. White thought it was theirs. So here's Easton Sinet now on the move. Good defense there by the Eagles, double teaming. And by their body language, it looks like they got called with a foul. Yep. Here's number 9, Magnus Conroy. Gave to Chris Rapinati, number 20. Knocked out of bounds, so they'll get another chance at it. So here's Easton in motion. Good screen there by Blodgett. Doesn't create a lane enough, though, as this defense of the Eagles swarming the ball, clogging the passing lanes. and protecting the rim. It's a very well-coached team by Shea Desatel. Good take there by Jackson Cummings. He's able to get that one home with a nice finish. And we got another jump ball. Oh, that one right through the hands of Oleski. Nice pass though by Cummings. Oh, looks like it was tipped out of bounds though by the Eagles as Black came up with that one. But then they lose it. Great defense there by Claremont. Here's Castaneda, gives to number 3. Or no, what's his number? Number 23. Gage Perrin. Perrin got stopped by the Stampede defense though. Pass inside to Oleski. Jilson saw that coming all the way. Jumped right in there and took it. Nice pass over the top, and then another pass down low. That's how it's done right there. Good work by the Eagles. And that's 21. Benji Whitney, who had that finish and then the steal right after. And the 8th grader from Claremont looking strong right now, as he has all season. Here's Jilson on the take. Nice floater, just a little short, and Oleski gets that rebound. So here's Owen on the move. Gets it up to Blodgett, kicks it back, but they're going to lose it out of bounds. All right, they're going to call for some subs. Good look there by Howe. Just doesn't land. Rebounded by Cummings. Gives out. There's Chris Rapinati for 3. Just off the back of the rim. Good look though by number 20. Good catch and shoot. Howe trying to force his way in. Jilson with some moves. Sinet gets that ball, but it's tough defense here. Let's see which way this one goes. Mic there, Mason? You wanna hop on the mic? If you're sitting there, you might as well. Good teamwork there. That's 31. Ryder, no. Darn it, they keep changing their numbers. Hang on, I can't hear you. What? Let's see. You feel this flat part right here? That goes toward your mouth. Press that button there to turn it on. It doesn't have to be pointed right. It can be kind of out where you're talking. Yep, there you go. Perfect. All right, everybody. We're joined now by Mason Giddings, the all-star from, you play on We Up, right? the all-star we-up player. What do you have to say, Mason? What are you seeing out there, kid? Yep. Yeah, very good defense on both sides, really, but especially these Eagles. Claremont swarming every attempt. Good defense there by Stampede to deny that pass underneath. Here's Jilson. And that's Parkinson. Kicks it out to Lunderville. Lunderville, nice assist there to number 8, Drew Howe. Here's Groner now, has a little room to work, thanks to the screen of Sinet. Crosses the court, but Lunderville stays with him the whole way. All right, so here's Tatum now on the move. Lunderville on the take. And Tatum Lunderville goes up for that one. Jackson Cummings didn't think it was a foul, but the official did, and that's what counts. Mark Armand usually gets him right. So the bank is open, and Tatum Lunderville makes it a +1. What do you think, Mason? Does Stampede have any chance in this one? They're down by 17 points right now. Good work there by Elijah Jilson, as he often does, getting the layup and knocking that ball away. So Mason, if you're Stampede, what do you got to do here in the second half to try to turn things around? So they need to stop getting so many turnovers, huh? Better passing? Okay. Good steal there by Colin Parkinson. Gives underneath to Lunderville. They swing it around, find Howe. Howe tries to find Castaneda underneath. Good take there. Tatum Lunderville gets another one. And here's Sinet facilitating here, deals, and then back. Here's Rapinati for 3, just off. And here's Parkinson. Put back up. And there's 21. Shoot, the numbers on the roster doesn't match. Oh, that's Benji Whitney. Yep. You're right. Nice assist there by Lunderville underneath to number 1, Colin Parkinson. And that's right, it was Ben Whitney. Benji Whitney earlier. So Mason, what do you think of this Claremont Eagles really running away with this one in the first half? Good hustle out there, right? All right, well, thanks for everybody watching this quarterfinal matchup of the boys middle school division at We Up Summer League here in Ludlow, Vermont. We'll be back in a few minutes after this break.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sinet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game. This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sinet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game.
Okay, welcome back to this boys middle school matchup. It's the quarterfinals here at We Up Summer League, the last day of basketball for the whole league. It's win or go home. Both teams fighting now for a chance to move on to the semifinals. Or actually, no, the winner of this game will go on to the championship to play against either the Floodbrook Tigers or the Windsor Yellow Jackets. And my apologies to Mason Giddings, who joined us halfway through the first half. I had his microphone muted the old time, so we didn't get to hear his commentary, but he had a lot of good insight about what's going on out there. What do you think so far, Mason? What are you seeing out there?
I'm just seeing good defense. Not as good like shots. Just good defense is all I see.
I can't hear you very well, so you got to kind of speak up.
Good. I'm seeing good defense.
Good defense?
Yeah.
Yep. So Stampede down by a lot now. What do they got to do if they want to come back in this one?
Just play good defense. Stop turning the ball over. Maybe they'll.
Yep. I'm sure they're wishing they had you out there right now. You'd get out there and make some things happen.
Yeah.
You had a great run this summer, Mason.
Yeah, I know. I did.
Yeah. And in the playoffs, or in the All-Star games. I saw you out there in the varsity All-Star matchup. You're what, an 8th grader?
Yes.
And you were out there in the high school, the varsity boys division, playing some pretty tough defense yourself, stealing the ball away from guys twice your size. Speaking of steals, there's Zay. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's Zay Castaneda with that steal and bucket. Good finish there in transition, and there's another one. This time he gets it ahead to Drew Howe, who's going to get fouled on his way around the corner. Good pass inside, and Lunderville hits a reverse. Good work there by the 8th grader. Oleski tries to get it around to Sinet, but Lunderville sees that one coming, clogs up the passing lane. Here's Oleski on the take. Good post moves there to get an open look, and Owen Oleski hits that one. And Stampede's going to need a lot more of that. Good touch there on that shot by Elijah Lunderville over a defender with outstretched arms. He just floated that one high.
They just need to take it to the basket. Keep shooting.
Good work there by Max Groner. Saved from the backcourt by Sinet, but it ends up in the hands of White. So here's Lunderville now on the move. Good defense there by Groner to knock that one away. And there's Cummings on the move, gets by a couple defenders, 2 more to beat, and he had to go through the whole team to get that one there. Nice shot by Jackson Cummings.
They're only down 20.
Cummings almost gets that one. Nice pass underneath by Castaneda. Hey, what do you think of that shot, Mason?
What?
What do you think of that one?
That was a good shot. That was.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
Good work there. Elijah. Nice get-ahead pass there.
Oh my. Wow.
Claremont sharing the wealth.
That's clean.
It's almost like the coach told him you got to pass 4 times before you can shoot. All right, so here's Jilson. Gives to Castaneda, kicks out. Here's Howe. Working on Cummings. Nice screen there. And Easton Sinet got his hands on that one. The 7th grader playing as aggressive as he can out there. And it looks like that he'll get that jump ball. All right, here's Cummings now. Tries to find Sinet in the corner, but it's intercepted. And Claremont maybe passing too much now as they're kind of losing momentum. Maybe just 1 or 2 passes instead of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Huh? So I believe that was Benji Whitney who got in the way of that pass to Sinet in the corner a moment ago. Yeah, I think it was. And that's him forcing the jump ball now with a little help from his friends. And Benji Whitney been playing fantastic defense here today. And now he'll get a chance to inbound the ball.
He's also made some good shots today too.
There's Whitney, kicks out.
Yes.
Good attempt there by number 23, Gage Perrin.
One more.
And they're trying to get him the ball.
Easy shot.
There's Parkinson. Oh, that 3 in and out. Good look there by the 7th grader. And that was Cummings leaning into Parkinson. Which way are they going to call that one? They're going to give it to Cummings. That's going to have to be one that I ask the officials about after. I need a little bit more understanding about that.
I feel like that would have been a charge.
Say what?
I feel like that would have been a charge. Right? A charge.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it looks like Cummings really just kind of leaned into to Parkinson there, and Parkinson gave way. Like, he didn't stop Cummings from moving. He kind of rolled with the lean.
Shoot it.
But I guess maybe it was enough to interrupt the momentum of Cummings. I'm not exactly sure how that works, to be honest. It's one I'm going to have to consult with the officials about later
Pass it up.
as I continue to learn about this game and all its intricacies. Well, here's Joseph with a nice get-ahead pass. Oh! And Benji had a good-looking layup there. Just didn't bounce in. There's Lunderville and his will. Good take there by Tatum, who we had on the broadcast the other day. Yesterday. He's a high IQ player. Tatum Lunderville really understands the game. Oh, Cummings is going to hit the deck on that one. As Benji tried to save the ball out of bounds, but it's going to stay black. Cummings gives to Sinet, who they've been able to keep Sinet from scoring much today. Normally, he's a high-scoring player as he facilitates and is often then open on the give back.
Pass it up.
But they're having a hard time finding him in scoring position today. There's Sinet with a steal. And the point guard takes it up. Double team, but he's able to get it out. Here's Oleski. Gives back to Sinet, fires for 3. And there it is, Easton Sinet. The bank is open and he makes a deposit. That's 3. And that was Drew Howe trying to get it around the corner. And looks like he might have, did he draw the foul on the way? No, it's black ball. Okay. So here's Cummings to Sinet. Nice high gather there, and a mid-range jumper, in and out. And there's Howe with a tough rebound. Gives to Lunderville. Tatum on the move. Steps back for the mid-range jumper just off the front rim. Here's Sinet now. They're not going to press. Working on Parkinson. Gets by, sees a double team coming, is able to get rid of it. Good ball movement there. Here's Oleski. Sizing up, finds Sinet. No room to shoot, so he takes it in. Nice floater there by number 1, Easton Sinet. And the 7th grader from Green Mountain starting to heat up now. And they're going to need a lot of that. Good pass there. Perkinson trying to go through 3 defenders. They're able to kick it out. Here's Lunderville. He's got the handles. And here's Howe. Drew Howe, he can shoot it deep. Uses a screen. Are they going to say, was that a moving screen, Mason? Is that what they're calling it? Oh, a charge. Oh, wow. Okay, here comes Stampede. Easton Sinet kicks it out. Here's Oleski with the handles. There's Cummings, fires for 3, just a little bit long. So 23-point lead here with 7.5 minutes left. If Stampede's going to come back in this one, well, that's a good start. Easton Sinet with his second 3 of the game. And he's starting to get a hot hand now. So as I was saying, with only 7 minutes left, if Stampede's going to come back in this one, they're going to have to do 3 points better every minute than Claremont.
Stop giving up easy buckets.
No, more than that. No, that's right, yeah. They're going to have to match every score that Claremont makes plus 3. No, plus 4. And Howe there with a good looking Euro step. Took a lot of contact on his way through, and they'll send him to the line. So Drew Howe, oh no, he doesn't go to the line at all. They're calling on the floor, okay. So here's Tatum to start things off. You can see the Yellow Jackets there on the baseline, getting warmed up. Getting ready for their game in a few minutes. Oh, and Lunderville's 3-pointer from the corner, in and out. Good look there by the 8th grader. Here's Groner to Cummings. Cummings on the move, gets through. Tries to dish. Stolen away by Elijah Gilson.
Good.
They tried to get it to Benji underneath. Well defended. Oh, Gilson almost had the steal. Knocks it out of bounds. And it might have been off the hands of Groner. It was. Here's Lunderville checking out the clock. Maybe for the first time this game. Oh, nice pass. And a great finish. Lunderville to Gilson.
Come on.
Logic gets this one. In the corner, here comes the double team, able to get rid of it. And there's Cummings going up through contact. No calls, it was all ball. There's Cummings on the move. Working, nice turnaround jumper. And that one's good. Jackson Cummings flushes a toilet bowl. Nice pass underneath. And then a kick out to Lunderville for 3. Just off. Good ball movement there, though, by the Eagles. What are you seeing out there, Mason?
Well, Stampede is starting to have a little comeback, but they're just giving them easy shots. So they just need to play some good defense if they want to win this. That was too easy.
Good take there by Castaneda. Finding the place to be and finishing smoothly. Here's Rapinati now. Gives to Groner. Groner underneath to number 9. Good attempt there. And here he is again. And that one's good. That's Magnus Conroy, number 9. The 7th grader from Green Mountain. Maybe a little bit of a push off there by Conroy. No whistle though. Or no, maybe that was Blodgett with a push off. Good take there by Gilson. The floater just in and out. And Groner somehow able to reel that one in and get the ball back to his team. Oh, good take there by Rapinati on the move. Doesn't get the shot, but he's got help. That was Jackson Groner to finish that one. And we'll have subs. Well, Mason, seems like a long shot now that Stampede has a chance to win this one.
Come back.
But that's not discouraging them at all. They're still going out there and playing hard, fighting for every inch. They've played well all season, and they're not going to give up now. Nice pass underneath to Gilson. No, to Howe. All right, so that's going to send Elijah Gilson back to the line. I think he's got a second home there. And he looks very comfortable knocking those ones down. This one just off. All right, so they're just going to try to run the clock out here. Lunderville, though, ready. 16 seconds. Nothing's going to happen in 12 seconds. It's going to change the outcome of this game. It's going to Claremont. Congratulations to the Claremont Eagles as they just punch their ticket to the championship game later on at 8 o'clock. Thanks everybody for watching. Congratulations to Stampede on a great season, a deep run into the playoffs. And congratulations to Claremont.
Good job.
So that's the last quarterfinal game. No, I guess that was a semifinal. Yeah. For the boys middle school division of We Up Summer League. We'll be back for the next game. It's going to be the Windsor Yellow Jackets versus the Floodbrook Tigers. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching on TecGym Sports. Thanks to this guy, Mason Giddings. I'm your host, Will Simoneau. We'll see you back in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sinet Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game.